Hello, I am Samira Ibrahim with today's news update. Governor Lawal of Zamfara State has said that he has cleared all WAEC and NECO fees owned by the previous government in the state. The governor stated this during an interview with Arise News on Monday in Abuja, adding that Zamfara State was in a dire state when he assumed office. Governor Lawal said he inherited huge debts and liabilities which were settled by his administration. He said when he took over as the governor of Zamfara State, the state was in a mess in every aspect of life, be it security at the highest level, education at the bottom, healthcare at the bottom, human development capacity almost non-existent, and is one of the reasons why he had to declare state of emergency.
When I took over as a governor, Zamfara State was in a mess in every aspect of life. And it's one reason why I had to declare state of emergency in education as well as health care. Remember, when I took over, there was nothing in our treasury. So many debts.
Nothing in the treasury?
Nothing. I only inherited
So you're saying Matawali left nothing there?
I only inherited 4 million naira. The records are there, with all sort of liabilities, ranging from backlog of salaries, 4.5 months, judiciary, owing 1.6 billion, WAEC, 1.6 billion, NECO, 1.4 billion, and so many other challenges, which I had to face head on.
However, in a statement released on Tuesday in Kaduna, the Zamfara State Elders Group for Peace and Development, led by its chairman Alhaji Aliyu Kaura, labeled Lawal's claims as unfounded and accused him of failing to tackle Zamfara State's pressing challenges. The group said it was disheartening that instead of taking bold steps to address the challenges in the state, the governor has become a habitual complainer, consistently shifting blame on his predecessor. The elders highlighted multiple areas where Lawal's administration has underperformed, including education, insecurity, water supply, healthcare, and firefighting services. They also noted that over 65% of primary schools in the 12 local government areas of the state were abandoned. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has inaugurated a committee tasked with overseeing the upcoming National Population and Housing Census. The committee is expected to submit an interim report within 3 weeks. The inauguration ceremony held at the State House in Abuja was represented by the President's Chief of Staff, Femi Bajabiamila. According to a statement from Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, Tinubu underscored the critical importance of the census for national development, accurate planning, and the informed decision-making in key sectors such as healthcare, education, security, and the economy. The president called for a technologically driven census process to ensure credibility and variability of the results, urging the committee to work closely with all relevant stakeholders and agencies, including the Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning. He stressed that effective budgeting cannot be achieved without knowing the actual population figures. The committee chairman and Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Atiku Abubakar Bagudu, assured the president that the group will meet the 3-week deadline. He recalled the president's earlier advice for ministers to work creatively within available resources, especially under current economic constraints. Bagudu noted improvements in Nigeria's economic indicators, including currency stability and economic growth. The Zamfara State House of Assembly, at its plenary session held Wednesday, has officially reinstated the suspended member representing Talata Mafara North constituency, Honorable Shamsuddin Hassan Basko, following the submission and acceptance of his written letter of the apology to the House. The Speaker of the House, Right Honorable Bilyaminu Ismail Moriki, while reading the content of the apology letter during plenary, sought the collective consent of the honorable members present, who unanimously resolved in favor of lifting the suspension placed on Honorable Basco. The Speaker emphasized that the House remains open to receiving similar expressions from the remaining 7 suspended members to facilitate their reinstatement and foster unity in the legislative arm. Several honorable members contributed to the debate on the floor in support of the reinstatement, including Honorable Nura Dahiru Sabon Birnin Magaji, Honorable Kabiru Mikaelu Dangulbi, Maru South, and Honorable Rilwan Marafa Nagambo Anka. They collectively welcomed Honorable Bosco returned to the fold and encouraged the other suspended colleagues to emulate the gesture in the interest of the legislative harmony and the socio-political development of their respective constituencies and the state at large. In his remarks, Honorable Shamsuddin Bosco expressed gratitude to the House for the opportunity to return and pledged his commitment to the legislative ethics and discipline of the Assembly. He further assured the honorable members of his resolve to distance himself from any group or influence that seeks to undermine the integrity and authority of the House. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Ebetokun, has ordered the provost of one police mobile force, Mopol, in Kaduna and DSP Aliyu Adejembi, along with his team, to appear for questioning following circulation of a video showing them lined up to receive cash handouts from Chinese business people. Report gathered that the officers from Mopol 1 were in Lagos on special duty with the Chinese nationals when the incident occurred. A video obtained by Sahara reporters captures members of the unit visibly queuing to collect money from the Chinese individuals, a scene that has sparked public outrage and raises concern over police conduct. For more on the story, Amina Ahmad Dalara has more.
A video obtained by a news source has ignited widespread public outrage. The footage shows members of the police mobile force, Mopol 1, visibly queuing to collect cash handouts from a group of Chinese business people. According to reports, these officers are on special duty in Lagos when the incident took place, while the specific circumstances surrounding the cash distribution remain unclear. The optics alone have raised serious questions about ethics and conduct within the force. Reacting swiftly to the viral footage, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Ebetokun, has ordered a full investigation. He has summoned the provost of Mopol 1 in Kaduna, along with DSP Aliyu Adejembi and his team, to appear for questioning. This latest controversy adds to growing concern over accountability and professionalism in the ranks of Nigeria's law enforcement agencies. We will continue to monitor this story and bring you updates as more details emerge. I am Amina Ahmad Dilara, reporting for Standard Voice Television.
A leader of the opposition in Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, has described President Tinubu's visit to France as a gross dereliction of duty as a precedent at a time when the country is grappling with major challenges. Atiku Abubakar made this known in a message issued through his spokesperson, Paul Ibe, which was published on his Twitter page. This comes as the opposition in Nigeria continues to criticize Bola Tinubu's decision to remain in France, despite the insecurity that is causing killings in Nigeria. In early April, the Nigerian president left the country for France for a working visit, according to the presidency. However, since his departure, there have been deadly attacks in Plateau State, which have killed more than 100 people. This comes shortly after the criticism of Nigerian presidential candidate of Labour Party, Peter Obi, against Tinubu for his trip to France amid the deadly attacks in the country. In a statement issued by the presidency through his spokesperson, Bayo Onanuga, on April 2nd, the presidency said that during Tinubu's visit to France, he will review the work of his administration and its achievements. The foreign ministers of Nigeria and Niger held a special meeting on a number of issues related to security and economy, along the border of the two countries. This comes after Nigeria renewed calls for the release of the ousted president of the Republic of Niger, Mohamed Bazoum, who is being held at the presidential palace in Niamey. Nigerian Foreign Minister Yusuf Tugar held talks with Niger's Foreign Minister Bakri Yau Sangari in the second visit by a high-ranking Nigerian official since the coup in the country in 2023, after General Christopher Musa, Nigeria's Chief of Defense Staff, visited Niger in August last year. A joint statement issued by the two ministers said the discussion took place in a respectful atmosphere and provided an opportunity for an in-depth analysis of the challenges facing both countries. On the economic front, the ministers discussed the railway project that will connect the cities of Kano and Katsina in Nigeria to Maradi in Niger, which is set to open in 2026. They also discussed the construction of the Trans-Sahara Highway, the planned gas pipeline in the Sahara, and tax-related issues. Niger, Burkina Faso and Mali withdrew from the Economic Community of West African States earlier this year, accusing ECOWAS of failing to combat jihadists. All the three countries are under military rule and are facing serious attacks from jihadist groups. That's the news update for today. I am Samira Ibrahim. Thanks for watching and do have a nice day.